I'll keep it.
What's up guys, this is Savage Gaming, just doing my first video on Subnautica. This is actually my first YouTube video, so if the mic sounds funny, please forgive me. I still need to get it set up properly. But without further ado, let's watch what you came here for, and I will show you what I think is the best way to start Subnautica. Let's go.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Ow. That must have hurt. Okay, so first up we're stuck in an escape pod. That's not me coughing, by the way. We've got a fire and a fire extinguisher. So logic tells us pick up the extinguisher and put the fire out. Use the right mouse button, obviously, to trigger the item. Now that we've put the fire out, phew, we've got this little automatic pop-up.
Greetings, survivor. Great job not dying. To assist you in further survival in emergency situations, you have been issued this personal data assistant. The interface visible now will organize your inventory, display currently available construction blueprints, and holds other valuable information. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with it.
Okay, it's quite simple. This is our little iPad of the future. We've got inventory and equipment. We've got at the top, we've got 5 tabs up here. Blueprints, these are things you can currently make. Doesn't mean you can just make them. You need materials to make these things, such as titanium. You'll see it says in red, metal salvage. That means you need metal salvage to make it. There are other means to get titanium, but we'll get into that later and I'll show that to you as well. We've got our voice log. This is just basically what's been happening, and it gives you a little bit of background, especially when you come back after a long time of not playing or you forgot what you did or where you were. It sometimes does help. Screenshots, if you want to make screenshots, this is quite handy as well, or quite a nice feature for later on in the game. Take pictures of pretty things or fish or whatever you like, and then you can actually put these on picture frames on your wall, but we'll get into that in a later episode. Our databank, this is basically just the information to welcome you, give you some information about where you are, how to survive, right? But that's not clear enough. That's why you're watching this video, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to orient ourselves. So we look at what we've got. We've got our damaged communications relay. We've got the chair we arrived in. We've got a medical kit fabricator. We've got a nice little warning wall here. It gives us some status. Looks like everything's basically broken except our flotation device is deployed. A lot of people overlook this, but they've made it red now, which is a little storage locker. In the locker, it brings up your tablet. You can see what's in the storage locker and then what you're currently carrying. So you can get rid of your fire extinguisher, take a bottle of water and a nutrient block. So always keep that handy with you. When you're going out on salvaging missions, you never know when you actually might need it. Right, then we've got our damaged life pod systems, use welder to repair, and we've got our fabricator. Now the fabricator, you can build all sorts of goodies and all sorts of other goodies that help you build more goodies. So we've got resources, sustenance, personal, and deployables. Now, my opinion is you need to get a knife, okay? A knife is going to be an essential tool for survival in this game, and it's also going to help you if you've got some nasty fish against you. You can give them a good knock and they mostly run away after that. Okay, so I think a survival knife is very important, so that's one of the first things we're going to build. Under the equipment tab, we're going to need an oxygen tank, some fins. Those two are quite important. Fins help you swim a bit faster so you can swim for a bit longer, and the oxygen tank obviously gives you more oxygen.
Local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with ongoing degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core due to damage sustained during collision. Continuing to monitor.
Okay, thank you. Right, so let's climb the ladder. You can get out through the bottom, that takes you straight underwater, but let's go on the ladder. Let's orient ourselves a bit more with where we are. Okay, so we can see the damaged Aurora. That's the ship we obviously ejected from in our life pod, and it's crash landed on this planet for some unknown reason. If we have a look around, we can see on the horizon that there's not much else. This place is like a water world, but a game type of water world. Okay, and then on top, we're standing here. This is our life pod that we crash landed in. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get to what this game's all about and get underwater. So let's jump down, and you can have a look. The first thing that pops up is this little break limestone bit. Now, this little sandy outcrop here, this is a limestone outcrop. You go up to it, hit your left mouse button 2 or 3 times, and it'll leave something behind. That's copper ore. And let's take it. Alright, let's go back up. Whoops, watch out for those fishies. They are not dangerous, they won't hunt you or try and kill you, but those little yellow balls on their butt, when those things fly off, they explode, and that's poisonous, so you don't want those. Right, so we needed some items. Let's go back to our fabricator and have a quick look at what we needed. Let's go to our fabricator. We wanted to build our knife, so we go to tools. Knife, we need silicone, rubber, and titanium. Right, so if we go to our basic resources, or resources and basic materials, you'll see we've got titanium, titanium ingot, silicone rubber, which is what we're going to get now, glass, bleach, magnesium, enameled glass, and a plasteel ingot. Right, so right now we're just going to worry about silicone rubber and titanium. Let's go down. Let's see what we can find. What's right below us? I don't see much below us. Let's go for a little bit of an explore. Ah, you see that in the distance there? Now that's a piece of metal salvage from the Aurora, or a piece of metal that fell off. We can take that and get 4 titanium from it at the fabricator. So we now got titanium. Let's get some air again. And now we're going to need those creep vine clusters. Now, a lot of guys don't know which way to go in the game, or which direction to swim in, and it's pretty easy in the beginning. You'll get better with direction as you play. Now you'll see there in the distance, that's a kelp forest. So let's go there, because I know that's where we're going to find our creep vine clusters. So creep vine clusters, they grow on these kelp-looking vines, and let's have a look. See, they're normally these yellow glowing things that protrude from them. Ah, I see some there in the distance. Just be careful of this area. There are stalker sharks in this area, so you've got to get in and get out quickly. So take as much creep vine as you can. I advise normally in the beginning, take pretty much as you can carry, because you're going to need it in the beginning. Okay, there we go. I've got enough. Now we need to get oxygen.
Of oxygen remaining.
Up we go. Where's our life pod? There he is. Okay, let's go find the life pod. So now we've got enough creep vine clusters. We can make some silicone. We've got our metal salvage to get our titanium, so that we can make our knife. We'll also, I think, have a little bit of extra titanium left over as well, which is nice. Always nice to have a bit of extra titanium. Oh no, oh goodness. Ah, I know. I just want to get into my life pod. Why do you have to fart right by my bloody life pod? Yes. Okay. That said I must eat something, so let's eat our nutrient block that we kept. There we go. Get nice health from there. Alright, back to the fabricator. Let's go to our tools. We need to make the silicone rubber first. So go basic materials. Let's build our titanium. And let's build our silicone rubber. And let's go back to tools and we build our knife. Okay. Exit the fabricator. Once you equip your knife, you get a nice little intro for it. So he does a little Wild West move there. Okay. Yes, this is our medical kit fabricator. This fabricates medical kits for free. Now, medical kits, I always try and keep one with me when I go exploring, because you never know when you might get bitten or you get hurt for some unknown reason, and this just sort of really helps. Okay, now I've filled my storage up, that's fine. We need to now go and see what else we get to build at our fabricator. I think the next thing you need to build is an oxygen tank and fins, right? So oxygen tank, we need glass and titanium. If we go back to our resources tab, basic materials, glass, we need 2 quartz. Okay, we know we've got titanium, so let's go find some quartz. Okay, and it's beautiful, nighttime, lovely. Quartz is nice because you can see it from far. As you can see there, it's really a crystal-like structure, very easy to find, and we need 2 of those to make some glass. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little trick that I like to do in this game. Some people are aware of it, some aren't, but get a bit more quartz. I'm going to get some more metal salvage as well, just in case, because like I said, titanium's always handy to have. So we've got some quartz. How much quartz do I have? I've got 3. I need 1 more. Let's see if there's one close by, hopefully. There's one close by. Okay. Alright, that's not nice. That's a sand shark. We don't want to go too close to him. If you see those little plumes of dust coming up from the ocean floor, that normally means it's a sand shark. And sand sharks are pretty darn scary. Scary looking and scary biting. So, yeah. Try to steer clear of that in the beginning. Okay, that thing just farted again. Let's get in here. Alright. Okay, so I think we can now build our oxygen tank. We've got all the stuff we need. Okay, so we need to do quickly some titanium and some glass. I'm going to do 2 glass because I'll show you now why. Okay, equipment, because I want to build 2 oxygen tanks. And the reason why is you'll see here at the bottom left,
Caution.
Oxygen.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may cause a quantum detonation. Calculating risk assessment. Death by malnourishment, 7%. By physical injury, 11%. By exposure to radioactive crash site materials, 19%. If the drive core is breached, probability of death increases to 65%.
Are you done? Okay. You'll see on the bottom left here, it says O275. That's with 1 oxygen tank. Now, oxygen tanks you can stack, which is awesome. Because now I'll build a second one. And we can now go down to 105, which is going to be a big lifesaver for any guy that needs to dive. And trust me, you often forget where you know how long you've been down there. Because it's nice to explore and you kind of get carried away with certain things, trying to find certain items, get as much of it as you can, etc. Now, the next thing we're going to build is our fins. We need 2 silicone rubbers. Now, remember, we got as many creep vine clusters as we could. And the reason why is so that we could build this without having to run outside again. So let's build some silicone rubber. Okay, back to personal equipment, and we can build our fins. Lovely. Oh, and another thing, when you build the fins and the oxygen tanks, they automatically equip. You don't have to go and re-equip all the time. Its only thing is when you build more than 1 oxygen tank, it's going to take up 4 slots in your inventory. So a little bit of a downer, but I mean, it's not like you're going to be collecting millions of things right now. You just want to get your basic survival gear going, and you just want to get to a stage where you're not worried about water and food as much, and you start building some nice goodies, which we'll show you in the next episode. Right, so we've got our knife. We have got our... We don't really need that. Okay, we've got our knife, we've got our oxygen tank, we've got our fins, so we can swim nice and far. Next thing to do is to fix this lifeboat. You've got to fix this thing. There's a lot of handy things here that we can use and we're going to need later on. In order to fix these things, we're going to need a welder. We've got titanium, we need magnesium and crayfish powder. Now, magnesium, easy to build. All we need is 3 salt deposits, so we've got to find those. Some guys battle with finding salt. I don't really battle. It's normally pretty close by. I think my eyes trained for it. So let's just have a look, see if we can find some salt lying around. It's normally not too far from your base, and you'll find it on top of these little cliffs and things like that. Sometimes you'll find it just randomly on the floor. There's a sand shark. You see him doing all his business there. Let's have a look. Metal salvage. There's some quartz. Ah, there, I spotted some salt. See, it's a little bit duller than quartz, but you'll get to learn to be quite good at finding salt. So we need 3 salt, eh? So let's see. Oh, it looks like there's lots of stuff down there. Ah, there's 2 salt down there, but I've got a sand shark, a stalker shark, lurking around. But that's why I got my handy knife, because when he comes for me, I just give him a whack and he goes away. There we go. Now I can peacefully get my salt without having to worry about big Mr. Stalker Shark trying to eat my brains. Alright, there was more salt. Ah, there it is. Okay, spotted some more. Right. So now I think we've got enough to make some magnesium. Okay, also we've got 33 seconds of oxygen left. If we didn't have that second oxygen tank, we would not have got all that salt. So you can understand why it's important just to get those tanks up so that you can get around a bit quicker, get those fins on, go a bit deeper for a bit longer, and get the stuff you really need. And take your time, enjoy the scenery. I think it's a nice way to survive. Right, back to our fabricator. So let's go and make some magnesium. Here we go. We've got magnesium. What else did we need? Crashfish powder. Ooh, this one. Contentious issue. A lot of videos on YouTube about crashfish powder. People battling to find it. I'll show you a nice, easy way to find it. All you got to do, have a look and look for these little sort of cave systems and crevices. That's normally where you're going to find them. So swim around. I think there's going to be some crashfish down here. Let's just find it. It's a nice little hilly, cliffy sort of area. Okay. So it looks like the game wants to make me work hard for crashfish powder, which is fine. We'll find it. Okay, I don't like you. Go away from me. Has he spotted me? No, I don't think he spotted me. Thank goodness. Let's just get some air, because we might have to go a little bit deeper to find the crashfish. The crashfish make like a little nest, and then they hide in that nest. And when you come too close, they pop out, and then they swim towards you, and they make a real strange noise, and then they explode. There's one. Okay. So when I get too close, you'll see he'll pop his little head out, and he's going to come for me. There he is, and he's coming for me. Just trying to keep away from him, because he explodes. Like that. Okay. Oh no, and he only left an egg. So he didn't leave any powder behind, unfortunately. So I don't know why they did it in the game, but yeah, I prefer just getting the powder, because now I have to swim around again and find another crashfish nest. So yeah, well, we're in the right area, I think. We should find one or two around here somewhere. I wonder if I go back where this guy was. There's another one maybe in here. Seriously not catching this, people. Thank goodness for my oxygen tanks. Okay, so we're not finding the crashfish so easily. Not the easiest thing to find, but you don't always need it that often either. You're going to need it for one or two things, so it's not like you're going to be moseying around like this for most of the game, just trying to find one silly fish.
Warning, local radiation readings exhibit characteristics consistent with total degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core. A quantum detonation will occur with a probability of 85.5%. Advise observing a 1 kilometer safety range.
Okay guys, I'm probably going to fast forward, but I think I found a nice little spot here. Should be something down here maybe. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, crashy fishy. Yeah, crash fishy fishies. Where are you? No, where'd it go? Where are you guys? Got a lot of these other weird fish, but no crash fish. Let's just have a quick squiz in here. Whoa, okay, hold on. I don't want to go in there yet. The reason being is because my oxygen is running a bit low. For all that deep sea diving. I'm gonna go have a look around here. Maybe there's something down here. There we go, there's 2 crash fish. Right, so it doesn't take that much damage. Oh, there's another one somewhere else. Okay, he got me. Let's see if they left me some powder at least. No. Go away. Okay. Right, there's some powder. Fresh fish powder. We need that. Right, so let's go. We need to get to our little life pod. Oh, we've got quite far out, eh? Not too shabby, Nige. Oh, okay. I don't know how I got you this quickly, unless my life pod's floating away. It looks like it should still be in the same area. That's happened to me before when my life pod went floating away. You don't want that happening to you. I think this thing's coming after me. Don't want to look back. Okay, so finally we've got our crash fish powder, so you know now how to get that. What did we say we were going to build? Oh yes, our welder. So let's build our welder. And we can now repair our lifeboat. Yay. The smoke's all going out. This thing's got air conditioning in it. Alright, and then this thing, yeah, we need to fix this as well. Our communications relay. Now it's going to waffle on about messages.
Broadcasting emergency distress signal.
Okay. Okay. Guys, I think that's it for the first episode. Your basic survival. Get your life pod up and running. Get your knife. Get your stuff going. Get your gear. Get to be able to swim a bit deeper down, just so that you can get your basic materials. If you like this video, just drop a like or give me a comment. I will continue with this where we left off. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.